Dietitians, you're not going to want to hear this one, but it's your girl, Amy P., your big sister, telling you this. I need you, effective immediately, to stop blaming the insurance companies for your denied claims, right? I know that's not what you want to hear, but most denied claims aren't due to insurance companies wanting to pay you. I know you guys think it's some crazy conspiracy theory, but they're because something you did in the billing process. The cool part about all of that is it can be fixed, and that is power to you, but it's generally in most cases the insurance company is not trying to screw you. Don't get me wrong, insurance companies totally make mistakes and it is freaking annoying. But I own a billing company for dietitians. I run a group private practice. I run a coaching program where I help thousands of dietitians navigate denials. And we review denied claims every single day, right? And so the majority are not caused by some conspiracy theory against registered dietitians. They're caused, unfortunately, by small, preventable errors that are happening and over again. But the cool thing is, once you know what to look for, claims stop feeling completely arbitrary and random, right? They become simply a checklist, which we as registered dietitians absolutely love. And that means getting paid quicker, right? Also what we love. So the plan for today's video is to talk about these three things, right? How can we make sure and minimize denials, right? We can simply catch the simple mistakes before we submit. Most importantly, and you guys know I love this one, we can make sure that we did a concise, clear, accurate verification of benefits before we see the patient. And then lastly, it's kind of a framework, a paradigm shift. We want to treat every single denial like feedback, right? It is a clue. It is not a dead end, and we're going to talk about that. So let's talk about reason number one, or thing you can do number one to prevent denials, right? You can look and spot check your claims, right? The wrong CPT code, this one I see a lot, the wrong modifier, the wrong sequence of diagnoses, right? So if you're using a BMI code, it cannot be used in the primary position, right? It has to be another code or a Z71.3 if the policy allows, right? So tiny mistakes like this can stop a claim dead in its tracks, right? Or even something like you're trying to bill Cigna and you want to utilize 99401 to 99404. And instead of billing those all as one unit codes, you're billing them as multiple units, the claim gets denied, right? So the goal first is in order to decrease denials, we want to make sure that we are slowing down to speed up, right? And so we want to catch the simple mistakes before we submit, because once the claim is submitted, right, we may not be able to touch that claim for another 7 to 30 days, right? Because once the claim goes through, we definitely don't want to touch it, right? Number two, everybody's least favorite. I could talk about this until I'm blue in the face. It seems to come up in every single video when we're talking about denials is verifying the benefits before the visit, right? I see so many dietitians pass this on to their patients almost like they're pinning a badge of honor that they're not going to do that and they're going to put it on their patients. And then sure as shit, right? That one plan that they told the patient to verify, right, had a pre-authorization, had a referral, right? The eligibility was incorrect. Or the provider didn't know when to file it and they filed it outside, the timely, whatever they say, timely filing, fee. So these are all things you can check before expensive problems, right? Expensive problems in the world of insurance often come because the provider did not do the necessary things before the claim was submitted, right? So, number one, we want to catch the small mistakes before they happen. And number two, we could probably do that and set up a foundation if we verify benefits accurately and correctly before each visit, right? And if you need help with that, you guys can go over to reimbursementdietitian.com. I actually have a cheat sheet that walks you step by step on how to bill all of the insurance companies for preventative benefits, right? This will give you a framework when you are looking for mistakes and verifying benefits because it's going to show you exactly the questions you need to be asking. In number three, probably most important, but most overlooked, is you need to stop treating every denial like a dead end, right? I know for me in the beginning of my practice, when it was like two of us submitting insurance claims, like in 2008, it did feel very much like a dead end. But every denial, when interpreted and assessed, tells you exactly what needs to get fixed, right? So if we learn how to reason, and correct it, we can resubmit it with confidence. What I want to tell you about denials is if the patient has benefits, we can correct the claim correctly, kind of like a play on words, and get it paid, right? But if we treat it like a dead end and we give up, right, there is no learning opportunity. And I know it feels super shitty. It feels super shitty for me every time we have a denial. But the reality is that almost 98% of all claims that are denied probably could have been prevented. So stop asking the question, why won't insurance pay me? And instead start asking, what is this denial trying to tell me, right? I once heard this saying, and I just can never get it out of my head, is feedback is a gift, right? And in this scenario, feedback is a gift to getting you guys paid. So that one mindset shift will make you a better biller and more profitable practice owner. And if you need help, right? If you need help learning how to bill, level 2 Claim Crushers Club of my Reimbursement Academy membership is the room for you, right? Not only do you learn how to bill, I am literally with you step by step, helping you fix denials, walking you through it. You say, hey, Amy, screenshot, this is the reason for the denial. Can you help me fix this claim? And almost sure as shit, Amy P can help you fix that claim. So we're going to put the link below this video for the Claim Crushers Club. Like I said, it is execution. The requirement is you have to have at least one contract effective in hand from the insurance companies because we go to work, we do the hard things, and I help you fix the denial. So hopefully I will see you guys next week, same place, same time, here on YouTube, delivering big girl energy vibes and just trying to hook you guys up so you don't make mistakes I did.